Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to share this with you. We're kicking off day 11 today, and we're kicking this off with a bang. Got $4,511.98 on hand. 50 realtor emails went out last night or yesterday. 50 designer emails also went out, and we got 11 realtor responses. Zero design responses, though. I mean, check this out. This is so stinking cool. Give me a second. And the stage. Yeah, like this is badass. Kyle here, my brand partner, sent me I should say business partner. Let's see, we got Kenny, that's one. All right. So then Robin, that's two. We got there's Robin. Yep. And then we got Josiah, three. And then we got Mike, that's four. Marius, that's five, and he's a Marine, and Neelam at six. Okay, so not 11, we got six. Sorry, I was counting wrong. So 6% response. So actually, no, better than that. 50 emails went out. That's a 12% response. That is good. So today I'm going to follow up with all these people via via text and email, but primarily text to set appointments for next week. We already have one realtor on the books and two designers. And then this brings me up to my agenda here for the rest of today. Beyond following up the realtors via text and email, I have to join NKBA. That's National Kitchen and Bath Association. That's where a lot of interior designers go. And what my play is there, I'm not going to be active in there. I'm going to be active in master builders, but inside NKBA, yeah, I'll go to their social events, but I'm primarily doing this to get their membership list. And then I'm going to text, call, and email every member that is an interior designer of that list. I'm going to cold call them, cold text them, cold email them. Well, actually, it's not cold because my intro angle is, hey, I'm a new member. I'd love to meet with you, network, blah, blah, blah. This is what I can do for designers. And I'll start doing that on Monday in order to set more appointments. But next week I have two designer meetings on the books. One is with kind of the queen bee, who is the design thought leader in King County, that I met at the Master Builder event with Kyle, our brand partner. And we also have a realtor meeting on the books next week. And this is what's so crazy, guys. We got another referral yesterday, overnight. This is from a new referral source. I haven't really talked about it because I didn't think it would do much. The brand partner was the one that was like, yeah, Lane, we should do this. Kyle, who I should stop calling the brand partner. We'll just call him Kyle from now on. But Kyle's like, no, Lane, like, let's put as many hooks in the water. So he's down in Tacoma, which is technically it's 25, 30 miles south of me, but due to traffic, it's an easy 40 minutes to an hour. So he may as well be in Oregon. So, we're never going to step on each other's toes. And it's kind of cool having a partner who's out of market, but close enough to support you. Anyway, this referral source, I'll unveil the name for you. If this job actually signs, I'll reveal the referral source to you. But basically think of it as like House or Angie's List for interior designers. And so what they do, homeowner goes and gets a bid for interior design. The interior design's done virtually, and then the service then pairs them up with a single certified contractor. They don't want any money from me as the contractor. I'm not competing against other contractors. Their business model is the designers pay them for the leads, and we're just there to action on the designs, which is really cool. It's really awesome just having this project with design dropped in my lap. Now, the quality of the design remains to be seen. We'll do a live stream of what's going to happen next with it. But yeah, and so the play here is we're going to review those plans. We're going to make sure we're going to determine what is incomplete, inaccurate, or missing. We'll then structure a retainer as like a pay-as-you-go kind of retainer on an hourly basis. in order to tighten up the agreement. We're not going to call it a design agreement. We're going to call it a pre-construction agreement. That way the homeowner doesn't feel like they wasted a bunch of money on the design. And I bet you all, I mean, it's not structural. So I'm pretty sure all that's missing is just going to be some additional, a few red lines just to add detail to the drawings and to tighten up the scope of work. There's probably specs that need to be converted to selections in order to produce airtight construction docs. And then from there, we'll just bid the job and get the work. What I will do is I'm also going to prepare ahead of time a brand champion offer as a negotiation concession to see if I can close the deal without letting it go to bid to other contractors on the first meeting. And essentially what that is we'll drop down the price in exchange for them agreeing to do a videotaped exit interview, let us host a project reveal party, signage, yada, yada, yada. But the thing is, guys, the big thing to remember here is you can't drop your price without getting a concession out of the homeowner. In other words, you don't give unless you get a get. Otherwise, you just ruin your price integrity. Everybody gets a bad taste in their mouth about the process because, why didn't you lead with your best price to begin with? Anyway, and I do have a final nuke that I'll hold in reserve in case the brand champion thing doesn't work. And that is, I'll tell the homeowner that I'll beat any credible bid by $500 or I'll send them to dinner. And what that does is that gets them to send me all of my competitors' bids, which I'll go through with a red pen, marking up everything that's inaccurate, incomplete, insufficient, or doesn't follow or is missing, to show them that this is apples, oranges, and to explain to them, to quantify for them the risk of accepting the competitor's bid and what change orders they could expect to see if they went with that contractor, and then ask them if they're comfortable with that level of risk. They're going to say no, and we'll be back to them doing a deal with us. But anyway, so let's talk so this week we're looking at putting another, so I won't say that's in design yet. That's just a referral. But next week, all goes well, we'll throw another $120,000, $150,000 kitchen into design. So here's our back of napkin stats so far for starting day 11. We have 3 design relationships. The quota is 2 for the business plan. We have 1 realtor relationship. The quota is 20. As far as vendor relationships go, like IKEA and this mystery referral source that I'll unveil to you if this referral becomes a lead, or I'm sorry, becomes a contract. We have 2. And I never planned on going that route in our business plan, so the quota is 0. Master Builders Association, we've joined, we've entered. People know who we are as a result of that event we went to on Wednesday. NKBA, haven't done that yet. We'll do that next week. Dollars in the sales pipeline, 120 to 150K. Dollars in design pipeline, 120K. Our dollar quota is 2 million. It's day 11, so we have 169 days left. So if we bag that deal next week, we'll be 11, 12% to quota, and we'll only be 7% through the challenge. So things are moving in the right direction. I really need to hit these realtors hard, because those realtors are what's going to feed the handyman business without needing to spend dollars on the gutter campaign that I showed you all last night. But anyway, I was just so excited when I saw that lead come through, and the realtor responses. You guys want to see the campaign we did? It's pretty sick. Let me add this in. Here, let's take a look at this realtor campaign we fired off. All right, so this is kind of like the bedrock, the secret sauce to why this challenge is going to be successful. It's not working that good with designers, but it's crushing with realtors. So let's take a look at this. Lane Boland. Whoa, I did get a response on the design campaign. Hell yeah. We'll talk about that later. So here we go. Yeah. And so, yeah, what we do is we just researched every realtor in King County, and I have a oh shoot, hold on. This is a 1 month follow up sequence prepared, and yeah, basically, I send them an offer, and they respond back, right? And so, what could that offer be? I mean, you could be a lame like normal contractors and be like, yeah, I'll bid your work. The realtors know the game. They know that they'll get maybe 4 or 5 bids out of you, and then you'll never talk to them again because you got pissed off that they didn't send you any work, that you just did bids for them. When the game here, guys, is the realtor needs a bid from you, not because there's work to be done, but because they're negotiating a better price out of a seller. So we got to figure out an estimating system to where we're not spending more than 15 minutes on this to help out the realtor, so that we have so that we have a relationship, and we'll get the referrals for them for the actual real work. I mean, each one of these realtor relationships is going to be 200 to 300 grand of work per year referred to us, but we're going to have to do 20 or 30 inspection report estimates for them to get there, right? So it's just understanding the game you're playing. But yeah, this is going to work out great. I'm feeling pretty good. What I will say though, guys, a huge constraint. We have these 2 jobs that will likely go to build in 6 weeks, and that's only 250K at probably a 35% margin. There's not enough there to afford to hire a legitimate project manager. So yours truly is going to have to put the bags on and manage these jobs. Thank God it's mostly pull and replace. It's all pull and replace. There's nothing structural. I mean, yeah, the cabinets might be dicey, and we are moving plumbing in a few areas, and I'd like to think I'm smart enough to handle that. But remember, guys, talkers talk, builders build, counters count. I'm a talker and I'm a counter. My skill set is not in build. So you're going to see me out of my comfort zone with bags on for the first time in like 5, 6 years. So comedy will ensue in about 6 weeks. I'm a little nervous about that. I'm probably going to go down to the library. I'm going to pull out the code book. I'll probably go get the fine home building book on kitchen renovations, carpentry, plumbing, heating, electrical, tile, all the different trades. I'm going to go get the fine home building guides on and just start studying. That way I know enough to where the subs think that I actually know what I'm doing. And so that holds them accountable. Now I'm purposely beating myself up here. I mean, I do know how to read plans. I do know how to manage a construction site, but do I know how to cope in inside corner? Absolutely not. And that's a major insecurity for me. And so I'm going to have to cover up for that by increasing my trade knowledge, so that when I'm speaking to these subs, they get the impression that I can do what they can do, so that they don't fuck me around on the job site. And yes, I just got hit with the $10 swear word. The count is now 877. I need you guys to keep count for me. Actually, it's retroactive, so 877. It's $940. All right. So guys, be good. Have a great day. Finish out the week strong. And I'll give you guys an update on how the realtor follow-up went today. And I'll give you guys, hopefully I'll be able to give you guys some data on the gutter campaign that went live yesterday. But yeah. Oh, and we're also this evening going to go over my recruiting ads for a handyman and for project managers. Like all the old guys, belly aching about nobody that knows what they're doing wants to work, that's BS, man, because I had an ad up for 2 days and I have over 30 highly qualified applicants. And so take you through I'll take you through the recruiting ad I did and what my thought process is behind the compensation and how I'm going to be able to afford this top tier talent. Again, having started with just $100 in a truck. But yeah, I have less than 30 days cash on hand. So we need to collect a check on design agreement number 1, and we need to collect a check on pre-construction package number 2 next week, just so that I have another 30 days to live on top. So and then that will give me enough space to get gutters going, which will get me the necessary cash flow to be able to keep the business surviving until those 2 kitchen remodels go to build. So that's the plan right now. This is a little frustrating. This is moving a lot slower than I would like. Yeah, so we're getting to the hard part here, the very hard part here. And just know that when those 2 kitchens go to build, I'm going to be aggressively pushing for ADUs and additions. And I'll also start up my my custom home building marketing blitz. I got a play to run with these realtors. We'll talk about that next week. But in order to get custom home referrals, shout out to Chris Carson, who put me on this bit of game. I then turned around and tweaked it for commercial. So we'll get the commercial running too. But I got to give credit where credit's due. Chris Carson, thanks for giving me that little piece of game in terms of how to get custom home build referrals out of realtors. And in kind, I'm really looking forward to working some commercial deals with him, some big boy commercial deals. But anyway, guys, be good. It's going to be a great day. Finish out the week strong, and I'll give you an update this evening. Adios.